In this video, I'm going to show you how you can turn one of these forms into a mount like this, step by step. So follow along and see how I get it done. Sweet, so we have our form. We want to carry out our form prep. So that's just getting the form ready for the skin. So we're cutting around the mouth. You really want to do this in like one sweep, just because just the way the tool works, it can kind of run away on you. So you want to cut through the mouth and poke it through the nose, and that's just going to give you little gaps for the skin to tuck into. Should look a little something like that. The other part of the form prep is scraping the form itself. I like to use just a little wire brush, but you can use anything really. The reason you do it is because the outer edge is it's almost got like a plasticky kind of shiny layer on the outside of it. By scraping that little layer off, it allows the glue to actually stick onto something. It's not good, this foam stuff to breathe in, or at least I don't know the science behind it, but it can't be good. Okay, next thing I like to do, fit the horns or the antlers or whatever you're doing for the animal. In this case, it's the Tahr horns I've got here. Just drill into them first before you put your screw in. I know it sounds simple, but if you don't do it, it can crack the skull. I've seen quite a few different ways of doing this, but I like to, so some people use epoxy, some people remove the skull plate entirely and just use like Bondo or something like that to just get the horns on, but yeah, I like to leave the skull plate and just use clay. All I'm doing here is just test fitting the horns, so I'll whip them off and then chuck them back on once I've got the skin ready. But yeah, set the eyes next. A little bit of clay, a little bit of glue. So when we were skinning this, we've taken out quite a lot of cartilage around the nose. So if we were to just put the skin just back on this, it would be sort of missing that volume where the cartilage was. So that's sort of the reason why we chuck a bit of clay here. It can kind of rebuild it back to its natural form. So just grab a little bit of clay, give it a little spray. Wind's going that way. Just water, so just smooth it out and look a little less cumbersome. So I'm just test fitting the skin now. I'm doing it upside down just because it's quite a tight fit, and these Tahr skins are real heavy and they'll just fall off if there's nothing connected up the top. But yeah, just chuck a bit of glue on, using the Pro 1 hide paste, which is definitely the best glue to use for this. And then whip the skin on. I ended up putting a screw through it just so it wouldn't fall off, and then spin it around, and from there you can just start taxing the skin to how you want it. So the next step here, the skin's on, I can go ahead and drill in the skull plate, chuck the horns on, and then I can start building up some clay around the eyes. So that's going to allow me to tuck my eye skin into the clay. I'll be able to build up a little bit of muscle and create a bit of an eyelid shape, which will start to give the mount some life. These are the airliners. Just chuck a bunch of glue on them, chuck a bunch of clay on the bottom, and that clay is going to build back up the muscle around the ear. Again, that's like one way to do it. I know there's heaps of other ways. So depending on how you actually cut the skin to begin with, that'll determine what sort of sewing you need to do at the other end. There's a couple ways to do this, but yeah, in a future video I'll show an easier way to get this done. Now we're at that step, so we use that extra bit of clay around the nose, and then that's allowing me to give it a little bit of shape, and it's not as flat looking, which is nice. Honestly, out of all the little fancy little tools and things I've used before for this, the nail clipper, it seems to be the easiest tool to use to tuck. Like the perfect angle, it just fits in the hand real nice. Anyway, that's what I use. That's pretty much it for this mount here, so I'm just going to let it dry for probably 2 weeks, and then I'll come back and do all the finishing work. So I'll do some airbrushing and a couple of things to make it look pretty, but I'll do another video on that, so look out for that one. And if you do like this content, flick it a subscribe. Cheers.